Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. I've started this video, I don't know, probably 10 times and never continued with it because I got caught up in this siding job and really didn't have time. I'm just racing like hell to get this done in these last couple really nice days before winter. So it is what it is. I'm going to show you how this siding was extruded, and then I'll give you a few details on this. When the guys came to extrude the siding, they just backed right into the driveway there, extruded it off the back of their truck, and stacked it up over there. That was probably a month ago. It laid on the ground forever, and then I moved it into the greenhouse, and then we had this really nice stretch of beautiful weather, and I jumped on it, and I got this side done. Well, I got both sides, this side up and over to the door. I got that done in one day, as well as this side just about to the parapet. That was all one day. This whole upper part was done on the second day, and I had help from my nephew with that. So that really helped out a lot because I could stand on the ladder down here. Even though it says this is not a step, I stood on it to get at that stuff up there, and then he could hold it over here and screw it in and stuff. So now what's left, I can do all this all by myself. Just two more pieces and then everything is just well within the roof. But this is the hard part. All of this stuff has to match going over the doors, and there's 3 more obstacles here, and everything has to match as it comes over it. This one I'm doing right now, it's 2 pieces. Then the piece that comes next has to match both sides as it comes up over it. And I believe that piece goes over the door as well and comes all the way to here. That looks like it's going to be a really difficult piece. And also, then we got this side needs to match this side. Right now, this is at 28 and 5/16 from the top of this window, and this side is 28 and 11/16. So there's 3/8 of an inch difference between the two sides. You can adjust this 3/16 on every piece roughly, so it should be pretty easy to make up that difference before I get to the top. But I just have to check it after every piece, try to adjust it, and then check it after every piece. These two are exactly the same, and they were nearly, what was it? I think they were 7/16 off or something. They were off though, between there and here, and now they're dead even. So these will just have to keep going up even, and then this will have to be evened out to match it. Hopefully I can get up over that window with everything coming out perfect. Then it'll just be cutting the double bevel on it and getting that correct and work my way up into the peak. Sounds easy, but not really. Oh, I'm cutting all my metal with a DeWalt circular saw with a Diablo metal blade on it. It cuts it like butter, and it cuts it really nice and smooth and fast, so the metal doesn't even heat up. If you heat this stuff up too much while you're cutting it, it's going to ruin the temper and it'll rust, so you don't want to do that. That happens a lot. If you have a dull saw or something, it's a big problem, so use a good blade like that. Alright, I have the 4 pieces, 1 here, 1 in the middle, and then 2 on that side. I have those all cut. Like I said, we have a 5/16 inch difference between this side and that side. So this side, I'm gonna put the top at 10 inches, which is how the person who sided this originally, the professional sider, had all of them spaced at 10 inches. I'm going to space this one at 10 inches, and then this one will go up as high as it goes, and that's probably 10 and 3/16 right around there. So it should be closer to matching once I'm done with this layer. And again, I got to get all of these at exactly the same height. So let me get this laid out and we'll put these pieces in.
Yes, they're the same way for a reason. I just didn't want you to think.
You just tell me when you're getting close to the middle when we start
I
doing
got
this.
2 left.
I was measuring this part right here, and I was thinking I was going to have to get a piece that went from that corner right there over this, up to that, over it, down again, and dead end into the window. But it works out that it comes out just high enough above the window. If I put a piece in here and a piece in there, the next piece will be that high over the window, so it'll work out perfect. It'll have a nice edge at the bottom above the window by putting 3 pieces in there, well, 2 pieces and then a piece across the top. I'm not exactly sure where that piece across the top is going to hit. If I got to go up and over this window with a cut, I may be able to do the exact same thing. I'm not sure. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This is going to be hard enough. This was just like this one, where I have a piece that goes up into the J channel there and has to go around something and into this as well. So this might be very hard to get in. Hopefully I don't have to do it in 2 pieces. I'm going to try cutting it in 1 piece. Oh, this wind is just crazy. I'm going to try cutting it as just 1 piece. And then if it's not going to go, I'm going to have to put a seam right here or something. So let's get this piece cut first and then deal with all, well, I can get that far piece cut. Those are all the same. So we'll get these 2 pieces cut and see if I can get this one in. Okay, I have a little break in the wind. I'm going to try to explain what I got here. I have this piece cut. It's right here, but I've noticed that I actually have to go up and over that window. This would be 1 big piece, but that can't happen. This is going to have to be in 2 pieces. So this piece goes into the brick molding around the window. This other piece is going to have to go up over the door and under this piece. So it's, I don't know, 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches wide up there. So I got to go cut that piece, get these 2 pieces in. This one goes right over the door. It has just enough room to clip in on both sides, and it's got about that much clearance above that lash up there, or that brow, which is going to be perfect. So hopefully this all goes right. This one should go in fairly easy. This one is kind of tight, but I should be able to get it. Hopefully this all goes right. Once I'm above the door, the next piece in is going to be hard to measure, but once that's measured, all the rest of them can be measured off of that one and just adjusted as I work my way up. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 more to go, working my way upwards. So let me go get that piece cut and get this out of the way, and then hopefully I can get this done today. All right, I got it up above all of the openings, and this worked out just perfect, having the one piece come up to the inside of the brick molding here, and then a skinny strip over the top, and then coming into here. Let me show you this. Okay, here's the seam right here. You want the seam facing away from the money view, and like on a house, it's generally from the street. You want all the laps facing towards the back of the house. In this case, I just figured the door would be a good place. But this goes under about 2 inches, and you have to cut out this hem right here, otherwise it's going to bulge out. So now when I put the next piece on, like that, that's all you're going to see is that tiny little thing right there. And well, I can show it to you from the ground. Once the next piece is on, it'll be all but invisible. It's pretty much all but invisible now. You have to stand right up against, well, you can't even see it then. So it's basically invisible. So I got to get the rest of the screws in this piece and double and triple measure on this next piece, because I believe it's probably about 10 feet long, and I'm down to 2 long pieces. So as you go up, it gets over 2 feet shorter each time, but I don't know if I even have one long enough for that next one either. So I might have to use both of those long pieces on this, and I don't want to mess it up. So let me get these screws in and measure. Once that next piece is in, it's really kind of gravy work the rest of the way up, but it does get pretty high. I'm going to have to have that ladder and that 8-foot ladder, and then work in between them to get up to the top. But it shouldn't be too bad. All right, let me get those screws in, get some measurements, and go cut another piece. Okay, here we are at the end of day 4, and all I videoed was probably 10 minutes worth. We'll see when I go to editing, but for all intents and purposes, this is done. I still got to do a little bit of finish nailing on this bottom one here. That's a partial one, and the way the guy did it that did the rest of the siding is he put finish nails up into the wood, up underneath the bottommost one, and he didn't paint them, but I'm going to put a little touch of this blue paint on them, just to mask them a little bit more, even though you won't see them. And then when the deck goes in, the deck is actually going to cover that. The deck will come up to here, and I'll be putting the nail right here. So that's still got to be done. There is a little bottom strip right here. I'm going to epoxy that in. I believe that's 11 3/4. That'll finish that all off. My single seam, you can't see it at all. It's up right behind that corner right there. It's only 3 inches long. So basically, for the most part, I got a seamless siding. There is some scratched up tin right there, which is unfortunate. That came from the machine. I didn't do that. And when I got to that point, I had to use that one. That was the only one long enough. So I got to go get some touch-up paint. It is starting to rain. It was drizzling here and there, and I rushed and got everything done. and now it's actually starting to rain. So it is a real nice job. It's a beautiful job. Next year we're going to put big fat, 4-inch? Oh no, it'll be a total of 5-inch corner moldings on there with a nice detail at the bottom. That's going to be pretty slick. Then I'll spray paint. I'll take these grills off, spray paint that whole area. Same with this. Take the grill off, mask this up, and then spray paint the whole thing flat black. Or a satin black, I should say. But looks nice. Looks real nice. I'll show it to you from down there before it starts raining too hard. It's raining fairly good, so I better hurry this up. This side looks beautiful. All right, now let's go to the other side. And the other side, again, looks beautiful. I really like it. Let me see if I can get back further without getting wet. Yeah, that's real nice. That big fat 5-inch molding that's going on the corners, that goes on the upper corners as well. And then what else is, well, I still got to side this. That's coming up within days. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.